I should definitely not be recording another video. In fact, I'm so ready to not record another video. I'm gonna get up for a second. Hold on. What an unprofessional intro to a video. What an unprofessional intro to a video. But you know what? It's fine. It's fine because I'm getting a drink because you can't stop me. You can't stop me, internet. You can't keep me from doing what it is that I want to do. Guys always complain about, ooh, it's a 30-second intro. Why does he just get to the game? Well, you know what? What if I don't want to play the game? What if I just want to do a podcast? We're just going to talk about stuff right now. We're going to talk about Boca Raton and the inside of a vacuum cleaner and why it's always so goddamn clean, even though the whole job is to clean dirt. Anyway, we're going to jump into a run. It's a Maggie run. My last video exported perfectly fine. So if the goddamn Isaac video does not get uploaded, we got 9 lives to start with as a Maggie run, which is kind of shitty because you don't have your 4 hearts anymore, but it's completely made up by the fact that we got Parasitoid on our first item room. So this is a goddamn amazing run right off the bat. But anyway, video exported, Isaac video exported perfectly fine, which means if the Isaac video does not go up, the start of this new streak does not go up, I'm actually potentially in a catatonic state and might actually die at some point in the next 5 minutes because I have no excuse at that point. Did Steam completely break my save files? Absolutely it did. But I have visual proof in my brain that this thing actually exported. It didn't get deleted. It didn't get corrupted. It is there in the folder. The video is called Blame Terraria, episode 52. It's there, live and in person. It's not in person, but it's live. It's not live. Actually, at the point that you're watching this video, it definitely is live, but you know the point, right? The point of this is that that video exists, and it should be uploaded. Episode 52 should be uploaded. And if it's not, goddamn, I have no excuse. So we got an HP up, which is kind of bad because I'd like to just get rid of all my HP and trade it in for some soul hearts, but I'm gonna take a drink here. What I mean by I shouldn't be recording this is because I should be in bed. And for those that are curious about the Terraria stuff, it's in such the early phases of it. I'm not recording anything yet. Nothing is recorded yet. As of this video being recorded, nothing is recorded yet, by the way. That doesn't mean that in the interim period of the week backlog that I have, that it hasn't been recorded yet. You know, recording may have started, it may be starting this week, and that doesn't mean that it's going to be uploading this week, so don't get your panties in a goddamn bundle. It just means that I might start recording this week. And as you guys were very polite to inform me on the poll that I did a while ago, actually, you guys voted heavily in favor of, if I ever did a modded Terraria series or a Terraria series in that regard, you wanted me to do it as unedited as possible. You wanted to keep all the entertaining bits in, but you didn't want me to cut it down to like 14 minutes and just be, you know, nonsense nonstop. You guys enjoy the penta ramblings and the nonsense commentary during boring moments. I try to keep boring moments somewhat entertaining in games. Sometimes even I don't think my commentary can carry a particular part in a game, but there are a couple of good reasons for you voting for that. One, keeps the videos longer. Edited videos tend to be, you know, you play for an hour and it gets cut down to like 25 minutes. I'd rather just like play for, you know, 20-30 minutes, keep it all, maybe edit an intro and an outro. Probably not, though, let's be honest. And then just, you know, upload the shit. The second reason is it's a lot easier on me to get the videos to you guys in that regard because editing takes a lot of work, especially editing a Terraria series. For fuck's sake. What do I keep in? What do I take out? Like, it's a nightmare. Editing like an Isaac run is the same way. Like, there are certain games that when I think about how people edit them, I'm like, how do you sit in your studio and decide what gets edited? I could not do that for the life of me. For starters, I don't like edited videos to begin with. I like, if it's a Let's Play or a stream, I like to think of it like I'm going on the journey of the game with that person. I don't want to have shit cut out because what if, like, you know, obviously they're not cutting out like good jokes because if they cut out a good joke, that means they're a terrible editor, but, you know, like, I get it if you, like, get up in the middle of the video and you have to go to the bathroom or sneeze or blow your nose, but, I mean, even still, you're losing, what, 15 seconds? 10 seconds? If you're me, maybe like 4 minutes. But you know what? You guys enjoy that shit. That's my niche. Horribly awkward, yes. Horribly awkward. Let's make this run really fast, because I want to go to bed. Horribly awkward shit. In fact, I'm going to make it so quick, I'm not dealing with Curse of the Lost. Screw that item room. There's probably Epic Hack. God damn it. Now I'm regretting it, but that's okay. Let's make this run really fast. Let's just go for broke here. Listen, how many times in the past year have I used Mom's Knife? Allow me this one, please. I don't like the item. I don't use it a lot. Allow me this one. If anything, the comments and myself owe me this one. This is another amnesia pill. Seems like a great pill to have on the second time in a row. As much as I'm just so excited to use it, I think I'm just gonna bite my tongue on it a little bit. To hold off. Maybe use it at the end of the floor. I think it might be better suited for the end of the floor, or never. So Mom's Knife as Maggie, which I think is the perfect use for Mom's Knife, because you're dressed as your mom. This is the whole reason behind the mom buying Isaac the wig, is so that it would emulate her and be the daughter she always wanted. Kind of, yeah, whatever. Ooh, a Stevie. Oh, lemon mishap. Abso-fucking-lutely. Let's take this. Let's have a fun run. Lemon mishap, Mom's Knife. It's the run of gods, man. You can't stop a run like this. You might look at Mom's Knife and be like, that item is so overpowered, it's broken, and it needs to be nerfed. That's the way I feel about Lemon Mishap, man. This item is too damn good. It needs to be controlled, really. That's why no one picks it up. It's so overpowered, people just don't touch it. That's how I feel about Mom's Knife. That's how people feel about Lemon Mishap. It's a relax pill. It's not the best pill, but... I'm just gonna go and fight this boss fight. I don't think I got this item room either. Nope, this item room was Lemon Mishap. Oh my god, look how good it is. How goddamn good it is. It killed the Frail's first phase. It's too good. It needs to be controlled. Nerf incoming. Screw is fantastic, except on this run, because this run doesn't need tier stat, but that's fine. My commentary struggles on this video. It's because it's a Mom's Knife video, and my goal is to not get hit and kill things, which may make the commentary struggle a little bit. That's fine. You know, I deserve that damage. I really do. Do I have, like, soul hearts? What's going on here? I still have a deal chance. Do I have soul hearts at some point? Where did I get soul hearts from? And why are they on me? The screw doesn't give soul hearts. Mom's Knife doesn't get soul hearts. Steven doesn't give soul hearts. Where are these soul hearts from? Did I get them from a tinted rock? I didn't blow any tinted rocks up. Where are these soul hearts coming from? I'll take Diplopia, though. In fact, I'm going to do this. Potentially get a champion's belt. I don't know why I would want a champion's belt, but I'll buy this. Go in here. Pop these boys. Go out here and just bomb it again. We're not sacrificing a donation machine here. Why not? Why not just do it? Do it to it. Throw a razor. The jar. Whatever the hell that was. I wasn't paying attention. Got Diplopia. What the hell do I want Diplopia with? Quad shot. Not even joking. Give me quad shot and I'll Diplopia that shit. Bad Apple I don't think does anything with Mom's Knife. It might occasionally give us a double damage, but with Mom's Knife, is that even noticeable? Not really. Mom's Knife is like times 10 damage on a standard run anyway, so. And like I was talking about, you gotta get rid of Lemon Mishap. It's too good. It's too good. There are certain runs where I will take it if I really need the crutch, if I really need that like S tier goodness that's just gonna carry the whole run for me. Mom's Knife already pretty overpowered, so I'm just gonna run with the Mom's Knife on this one. Great, 6 spiders, totally worth my weight there. But you know what? I could have used the death card in there just to be a cheesy bastard, but I do love cheese, man. I do love cheese. I love cheese a great deal. Curse of the Blind, which means I'm just going to skip everything. Not going to item rooms. God forbid if I go to an item room on this run, because I'd be totally tempted on a Curse of the Blind to use my Diplopia, and I know that would be a mistake. I absolutely know that would be a mistake. Why do I know that would be a mistake? Because it's been a mistake every other time I've done it. Go back in my catalog, my back catalog, and find my video library, and find me a run where I used Diplopia on Curse of the Blind and it benefited me, and I'll pay you $10. Except, do that, but I'm not gonna give you $10 because by the time you do that, I won't remember saying this. And that's just the way it works. That's just the way it is. Things will never be the same. Ba-da-da, ba-da-da, ba-da-da. That's just the way it is. Things will never be the same. Tupac Shacker. I like the Weebly boys, the ones that like lose their head, but they don't have it tied to the thing with the thing. What a strange Eden's Blessing start. Diplopia. And by Diplopia, I mean Guppy Scholar. And by Guppy Scholar, I mean 9 lives. Don't listen to me, chat. Don't listen to me or anything that I say, because none of it means anything. Should I really use my 1 key on this? Yeah! It's Curse of the Blind. We don't need keys. Feels like a broken magnet if I was going to do this shit. Come in here. Oh, I rerolled the cheap one. Aye. Shit. That worked out for the good. Paid money to get an item that would make me pay money to do less damage than a hiccup would do on this run. It was a good choice. Ah, dearly departed. Those could not have been timed better there. I said I dearly departed as soon as I... Alright, this is a late night Penta run, as you can all probably tell at this point. Up way too late. It is almost 5:30 in the morning. I need to go to bed. But this is my way of checking if my shit actually functions. If my videos are actually going to be broken or not. So forgive me for a little bit of late night Penta here. Usually late night Penta's not this late, and that's probably why I'm so hysterical right now. Oh, I'm sweating. I'm hungry. And above all else, I'm extremely tired to the point that my head is slightly hurting. It's not like a migraine or a headache of any sort, quite like I would normally get, but my body is definitely telling me at this point, dude, you should not be awake right now. Just like the comments are gonna be like, Penta, why are you awake? Why aren't you sleeping? And you're probably right. Look at the new Gish. I don't get to fight Gish enough to see that Uma Overhaul Gish. I also think that's a different Gish than the original Uma Overhaul Gish. I'm not doubling Gish. That's right. I normally go to bed... I've talked about this before. I normally go to bed at like... anywhere between 5 and 6. Some nights, if I'm like having a really shitty night, some nights I don't get to fall asleep until like 7:30. But that's like if I'm having a really bad like brain day and I just can't sleep. Then those days happen. But a lot of days I usually get to bed around this time or a little bit later. But at that point in time, what I mean by that, by get in bed and go to bed, many people don't really fathom a lot of times, is I don't mean you know, I'm sleeping by this point. No, go to bed means I'm getting tidied, brushing the teeth, washing the balls, and then laying down to go to sleep. Doesn't mean immediately fall asleep. It takes me like an hour to fall asleep. I should have doubled chemical peel. I think you can double chemical peel. I believe chemical peel stacks with chemical peel. If it doesn't, then I guess we made a good mistake there. But if it does, I feel like a shit. We are going up this time. I will absolutely take this. I will come in here and I will diplopia everything. Because if I die, I come right back out anyway. And all of it is bad except for some of it. Which doesn't make any sense. Double Holy Light. Double Holy Light. Double Holy Light does nothing. Double Monstrous Tooth does nothing. However, Double Bomb Bag. Double Bomb Bag does something. So now I just need to die. There we go. That is not how you die. Why did I not die? There we go. That boss actually does a full heart. Plus, you might be asking yourself, is if I was going to die in boss rush and come back out anyway, why did I pick up the soul heart from the Tinted Rock? The answer? I'm an idiot. I was unleashing my inner Alexa. Sometimes you gotta make those kinds of plays, those badass plays. I mean, I left behind Lemon Mishap, guys. Keep in mind there's a 5% chance of getting a shop on the womb, so, you know, our 5 cents could get us another soul heart. Doubling the bomb bag might have been the smartest play I've done in Isaac run for a long time. Because I was, like, tempted to take the 2 Holy Lights just because Holy Light's so good, but knowing that it does literally nothing may have actually saved me. Because even taking items that don't do anything is sometimes fun. I mean, Christ, I mean, how many damage ups do I have that aren't going to affect this run at all because I have Mom's Knife? Oh, but they do affect the run Penta. The damage still affects the knife. Yeah, but like, to what degree does that matter with Mom's Knife? That's the thing that is about Mom's Knife that I will always say, and I will always say it till the end of goddamn time. When people are like, Brimstone is overpowered. Like, Brimstone is very powerful item. Maybe one of the more powerful items in the game, but it's not even, in my opinion, Brimstone's not even on the top 5 most powerful items in the game. Brimstone isn't even top 5, man. It's a good item. It's great for, like, synergies and shit like that, but when you talk about Brimstone being overpowered, I'm like, is it, though? Base damage Brimstone is shit, because Brimstone doesn't up your damage. It doesn't give you any damage. All it does is give you the means to do more damage via the ticks that it does. Which is the exact same thing that Mom's Knife does. However, Mom's Knife is so incredibly strong. Mom's Knife is so insanely strong compared to Brimstone. Like, Mom's Knife is hands down the most powerful item in the game, with a very close competitor in Tech X. And Tech X only gets a very close tie to Mom because of the fact that Tech X gives you that choice of attacking an entire room or a singular enemy by charging the shot. Whereas Mom's Knife still just shoots in front of you, right? But Mom's Knife is one of... it's the most powerful item in the game, guys. I can't even come up with a second. Like, Tech X is a second, but it's like... The amount of space between second place and third place is like every item in the game in terms of just sheer power. And this coming from a Sacred Heart fan. Sacred Heart is one of the most powerful items in the game, but for a different reason. The potential that Sacred Heart gives your run with that damage multiplier is what makes Sacred Heart so good. Because Sacred Heart by itself can win you a run, but it would take forever, right? It can win you the run, but it would take forever. Mom's Knife is just busted ass broken for a good reason, because every game, or every pool, I should say, needs that one item. That one item that is like, if you see it, 9 times out of 10, you're going to skip it because it's so goddamn broken. Item room, Epic Fetus. Hands down. Epic Fetus is probably 3rd place in the most broken items, powerful items in the game. Tech X is also up there in the item room pool. Devil Pool is Mom's Knife and probably Judas's Shadow, I would say, is the close 2nd place for the Devil Pool for like broken items. And you know, chat's gonna get mad at me for saying this, but Angel Pool, Godhead's not on there. Godhead's not on there. Godhead does very little for the run in comparison to Crown of Light and Sacred Heart. Very little in comparison to. Where am I? Do I have Mulligan? Where are my flies coming from? You parasitoid. I turned into a Soldier Boy there for a second. You Soldier Boy, tell him. Not the cadence wasn't there, but good God, if I really wanted to, I could rap some Soldier Boy. You couldn't stop me. Anyway, yeah, I mean, like, Godhead isn't there. Like, and this is one of the reasons that I regret not making my item battle series that I originally planned on doing, which was going to take heavily debated items and pit them against each other with, like, logistic facts, like actual facts, to determine which is better and which is worse. And one of the first ones I was going to do was Sacred Heart versus Godhead, because it's one of the most heated battles in the eyes of community is, ooh, which one's actually better? And, like, I can't say, like, I can't even, like, remotely think that Godhead is even close to Sacred Heart. Just on a sheer number standpoint, just talking the numbers, not what the item does, just sheer numbers, Sacred Heart, Godhead appear the exact amount of times. They appear the exact same amount of times. They're both special items. Nothing makes them appear less than the other one. They're both equally as rare as each other. The only reason that people, I think, personally, the only reason I think people see Godhead as a more important or a more vital item to their run is because of placebo effect. Not the item placebo, of course. It's weird now that there's an item called placebo. You have to think about that. But the placebo effect of this item was a nightmare to unlock. Whereas Sacred Heart wasn't a nightmare to unlock because it's unlocked by default. And I think that affects what people think about Godhead, because Godhead only gives you what? It's a 0.03 damage up. Doing the math there, that is worse than 9 out of 10 damage ups in the entire game. The meat. The boss item, the meat, which I would say nobody's really ever excited to see, but if they do see it, it's not the end of the world. The meat gives you a 0.30 or 0.03 damage up. Jesus Juice gives you a 0.03 damage up. Or 0.3 damage up, I should say, not 0.03. 0.3 damage up. To put into further comparison, Synth Oil gives you a +1 damage up. The Pact gives you a plus 0.5 damage up. The Mark +1. Death's Touch +1.5. So, like, Godhead, in comparison to the rest of those, isn't that good. Hell, even Cricket's Head, which isn't typically, you know, touted for its damage upgrade, but more so for its damage multiplier, gives a 0.5 damage up. Same with Magic Mush. Magic Mush doesn't give you a huge damage up, but the damage multiplier that comes from it is what people like it for, right? It only gives you a 0.5. It doesn't even give you damage up. No, yeah, Magic Mush doesn't even give you a damage up. It just multiplies your damage, I believe. If I'm wrong on that, please check my stats, but I believe Magic Mush doesn't give you a damage, it just multiplies your damage. I'm not taking soy milk with Mom's Knife. But, like, Sacred Heart gives you a damage up, and on top of that, it also gives you the homing, and on top of that, it also gives you an HP up, and on top of that, it also gives you, shit, when my brain went, it also gives you, Crack Round is so good. It also gives you a heal, it full heals you, so if you take Sacred Heart and you're missing some red hearts, it fully heals you. on top of everything else that I just mentioned. And it's the highest damage multiplier in the entire game. Which cannot be, like... That's the one thing that I will always bring to the table when people are like, oh, it's just not as good. That is the one factor that I will always take to the table. I will always say, how do you justify your opinion with this statistic? And they're like, well, to be fair, there are other good damage multipliers in the game. There aren't any other Godhead halos in the game. I'm like, oh, sure, that's your argument. Okay. For that argument, I absolutely will give you that. For that argument, no. Does Sacred Heart give you the damaging halo? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. It doesn't. You got me. Godhead doesn't multiply your damage at all, and it gives you a shitty damage up. So the halo is the deciding factor for whether or not people think it's a good item. The halo's really good. I give you that. Not the item halo. Item halo's garbage. The damage aura is what I should call it. The aura around Godhead shots. Yeah. Okay. That's really good. That's really good. It's high damage. If you can line your tiers up, the homing doesn't help. I still think Godhead shouldn't give you homing, because with the homing shot, it actually makes the halo less effective. People think it's more effective, but as soon as the tier contacts an enemy, the halo disappears. Without the homing, you could line your shots up more easily and make the halo do more long-lasting damage to the enemy, because the tier does less damage than the halo does. Anyway, I'm not going to get into the science behind items in the game, but all I will say, Sacred Heart's damage multiplier alone makes it a better item. And there are people out there that agree with me. There are people out there that didn't even know it gave you a damage multiplier. People are like, wow, I thought that Proptosis and Eve's Mascara were the highest in the game. You always talked about Eve's Mascara, Penta. Like, yeah, because Eve's Mascara is shit on as a bad item by a lot of players. And personally speaking, for myself, I think it's a far better item than most people think. It gives you a ×2 damage multiplier. Multiplies your damn damage. You know? I also got Guppy's Collar. Didn't realize I did. So what I'm doing now is I'm doing the thing that's going to end the run quicker, and that's turn myself into Dark Judas. Which, if I remember correctly, I have. I don't have Dark Judas. What the fuck is wrong with me? Why did I think I had Dark Judas? Was that the Isaac run I just did? That was totally the Isaac run I just did. Well, that was dumb. Still win, though. If anything, that was just a self-nerf to show just how good this damn item is. Mom's Knife, everybody. Welcome to the party. I did get hit. And we still won. I can't believe I actually did that. Oh, that's so funny. Oh my god, and I just turned my neck and got a kink in it. Not a good kink, a bad kink. One of those kinks you don't want. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed my little rant there. Anyway, we'll see you guys in the next video.